Top of the morning. Good day to the rest of the world. Today is June 19th, Juneteenth, 2020. We're grateful to be with you another day, another expression, another opportunity to continue our journey. And I am your host, Samuel, leader and founder of One Transformation Center, where we celebrate humanity. Thank you for being a part of our 5 a.m. club. This is a part of our mission, part of our extension to inspire, motivate, and heal lives and relationships across the globe. We're grateful to be with you. We're grateful that you're with us. We're excited for the day shall bring. Here at One Transformation Center, we like to call ourselves, we pride ourselves on being the proverbial fuel station. And you can stop and fill up. You not have to worry about running on empty today. So come on, join us. Take a moment. Take a moment to like, share, and comment using the hashtag Morning Manifestation. Use the hashtag Morning Manifestation. Let other people know that we're live and that we're here to support them on their journey. We are here for you. So for those here for the first time, this is what we do. We first begin with morning stretch and what I call breathing for life. Breathing for life. Then we transition over to our oath of manifestation. Continuing with our affirmative reading and concluding with our prayer of gratitude. Setting you up with the tools and the resources that you need today to go forth and seize this day. And truly conquer that which we are to be in this moment. To continue the fulfillment of our soul contract. Are you ready to continue? Are you ready to begin? Let's go, people. Let's go. All right, we're going to begin with our breath for life with a few stretches. We're going to begin with a few stretches. And in these stretches, we want to open ourselves up. We'll take some inhales and exhales, some breaths, inhaling and exhaling as we do so. So let's take our hands and reach above our head. Stretch to the sky as high as you can, reaching for every opportunity, reaching for every blessing, every miracle, and bringing your arms back to your side again. One more time, reach to the sky, arms above your head, and reach, and reach, and reach. And reach. And let go. Now I want you to move, turn your torso to the left. And back center. Now turn your torso to the right. Stretch. And return to center. Roll your shoulders to the back and back to the front. All right. Let's now begin to breathe. Let's begin to breathe. And with each breath, we want to allow ourselves to receive everything that is here for our best and highest good. everything that is awaiting our arrival. And with each exhale, we're going to release every fear, release every false evidence appearing real, release every limiting belief, release every person, place, and thing, relationship, anything that may be preventing us from continuing our growth. Let's begin with an inhale. Breathe through your nose. Inhale through your nose. And exhale. Let this second breath be deeper. Again, inhale through your nose deeply. And release. I want you to feel the stress and the anxiety exiting your body. One more again. Inhale through your nose. And exhale. Yes. Roll your shoulders again to the back. Then again to the front. Do you feel how much looser you're becoming? How much more open? You're becoming more open. Raise your hands to the sky again and reach further than you ever thought you could. That's what we're doing today. We're reaching further than we ever thought imagined. And release. One more time above your head. Reach, 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 and down. Now shake it out. Shake it out. Doesn't that feel amazing? This is what it feels like to be alive. Now let's begin to transition over to our oath of manifestation. I'm placing this oath on the screen. An oath is a promise that we make to ourselves. It is that, I like to call it our Declaration of Independence. It's that very thing that reminds us of everything that is seen and unseen, that is known and unknown, that is tangible and intangible, expected and unexpected, ready to support us on our journey, assisting us with manifesting everything that works together for our best and highest good. Our every desire, our every vision, everything. So let's proclaim together with absolute passion. You see it on the screen? Let's read it together. And we declare, I accept and receive unexpected good, unexpected money, unexpected love, unexpected kindness, unexpected generosity, unexpected offers, unexpected prosperity, coming in unexpected ways and from unexpected places, in my life and in the life of others. I am constantly guided and boldly empowered to receive the lavish abundance of the universe. I accept the principle that abundance and prosperity have already been given to me. My acceptance makes it real and opens the space for manifestation to rush in. I open wide the doors of my consciousness to receive and to give. It is done now. Through this oath of manifestation, all things are possible. I declare absolutely that I live in a friendly universe that is always providing for me. I feel it powerfully happening now. I open to receive more abundance and to give more abundance than I have ever experienced before. I can afford anything I desire. In fact, I am so prosperous, I need never worry again. I am grateful for all that I already have, and grateful for all that I'm ready to give. I keep myself lifted in high consciousness, no matter what the appearances are. God is all there is. I let the God times roll, and so it is. And so it is. Now take this moment and place this oath at the front of your mind, holding it there to remember as you go through your trials and tribulations today, your ups and downs. Place this oath on the mantle of your heart. Allow this oath to penetrate deep into the depths of your being, into the core of your cellular self, activating every cell, every DNA, to move in accordance, to create in accordance to your best and highest good. For you are deserving. All right, good people. Now it's time to transition over to our affirmative word of the day. Affirmative word of the day comes from A Course of Miracles. A Course of Miracles. Lesson 170, when we're reminded there's no cruelty in God and none in me. There is no cruelty in God and none in me. And this is very important because many of us grew up to believe in this God who could be angry, on this God who is punishing, on this God who can be very upset with us. So I want us to pay very close attention to lesson 170 in the Course of Miracles as our narrator shares with us. And for those of us you want to follow along, I've placed the chat. I've placed the lesson in the chat where you can go back and follow along at your leisure. So let's listen to what the narrator has to say this morning as part of this study, this session, this reminder, this affirmation.
Lesson 170. There is no cruelty in God and none in me. No one attacks without intent to hurt. This can have no exception. When you think that you attack in self-defense, you mean that to be Lesson 170, protection. You are safe because of cruelty. You mean that you believe to hurt another brings you freedom. And you mean that to attack is to exchange the state in which you are for something better, safer, more secure from dangerous invasion and from fear. How thoroughly insane is the idea that to defend from fear is to attack. For here is fear begot and fed with blood, to make it grow and swell and rage. And thus is fear protected, not escaped. Today we learn a lesson which can save you more delay and needless misery than you can possibly imagine. It is this: you make what you defend against, and by your own defense against it, is it real and inescapable. Lay down your arms, and only then do you perceive it false. It seems to be the enemy without that you attack, yet your defense sets up an enemy within, alien thought at war with you, depriving you of peace, splitting your mind into two camps which seem wholly irreconcilable. For love now has an enemy, an opposite, and fear, the alien, now needs your defense against the threat of what you really are. If you consider carefully the means by which your fancied self-defense proceeds on its imagined way, you will perceive the premises on which the idea stands. First, it is obvious ideas must leave their source, for it is you who make attack and must have first conceived of it. Yet you attack outside yourself and separate your mind from him who is to be attacked. With perfect faith, the split you made is real. Next are the attributes of love bestowed upon its enemy. For fear becomes your safety and protector of your peace, to which you turn for solace and escape from doubts about your strength and hope of rest in dreamless quiet. And as love is shorn of what belongs to it, and it alone, love is endowed with attributes of fear. For love would ask you lay down all defense as merely foolish, and your arms indeed would crumble into dust, for such they are. With love as enemy, must cruelty become a god, and gods demand that those who worship them obey their dictates and refuse to question them. Harsh punishment is meted out relentlessly to those who ask if the demands are sensible or even sane. It is their enemies who are unreasonable and insane, while they are always merciful and just. Today we look upon this cruel God dispassionately, and we note that though his lips are smeared with blood, and fire seems to flame from him, he is but made of stone. He can do nothing. We need not defy his power. He has none. And those who see in him their safety have no guardian, no strength to call upon in danger, and no mighty warrior to fight for them. This moment can be terrible, but it can also be the time of your release from abject slavery. You make a choice, standing before this idol, seeing him exactly as he is. Will you restore to love what you have sought to wrest from it and lay before this mindless piece of stone? Or will you make another idol to replace it? For the god of cruelty takes many forms. Another can be found. Yet do not think that fear is the escape from fear. Let us remember what the text has stressed about the obstacles to peace. The final one, the hardest to believe, is nothing, and a seeming obstacle with the appearance of a solid block, impenetrable, fearful, and beyond surmounting, is the fear of God Himself. Here is the basic premise which enthrones the thought of fear as God. For fear is loved by those who worship it, and love appears to be invested now with cruelty. Where does the totally insane belief in gods of vengeance come from? Love has not confused its attributes with those of fear. Yet must the worshippers of fear perceive their own confusion in fear's enemy. Its cruelty as now a part of love. And what becomes more fearful than the heart of love itself? The blood appears to be upon his lips. The fire comes from him. And he is terrible above all else, cruel beyond conception, striking down all who acknowledge him to be their God. The choice you make today is certain, for you look for the last time upon this bit of carven stone you made, and call it God no longer. You have reached this place before, but you have chosen that this cruel God remain with you in still another form. And so the fear of God returned with you. This time you leave it there, and you return to a new world unburdened by its weight, beheld not in its sightless eyes, but in the vision that your choice restored to you. Now do your eyes belong to Christ, and He looks through them. Now your voice belongs to God and echoes His. And now your heart remains at peace forever. You have chosen Him in place of idols, and your attributes given by your Creator are restored to you at last. The call for God is heard and answered. Now has fear made way for love, as God Himself replaces cruelty. Father, we are like you. No cruelty abides in us, for there is none in you. Your peace is ours, and we bless the world with what we have received from you alone. We choose again and make our choice for all our brothers, knowing they are one with us. We bring them your salvation as we have received it now, and we give thanks for them who render us complete. In them we see your glory, and in them we find our peace. Holy are we, because your holiness has set us free, and we give thanks. Amen.
And that is the word, the affirmative reading of the day, which again derives from lesson 170, which reminds and affirms there is no cruelty in God and none in me. And so today we set aside the need for self-defense, understanding that self-defense itself breeds cruelty, because you have the intention of not defending yourself but causing harm to someone else before they may potentially cause harm to you. And it reminds me of a lesson that we've had previously, one that I carry with me daily. It says, in my defenselessness, my safety lies. In my defenselessness, my safety lies or exists. So let us not feel the need or find the need to project today. Let us stand in our authentic space with no need to blame or shame, with no need to attempt to harm another to prevent them from harming us or our families or our loved ones, with the understanding that they are too an extension and reflection of us. Let us make the conscious decision today to be the light that extends beyond any space of darkness, that lights up the room, and that guides those who desires to reconnect with the truth of who they are, with their source, the pathway to be able to follow. Have them to see in us that extension and reflection of the Master Creator, of peace, of love, of joy. Have them to see healing in us. Have them to see all that they desire extends in us. The Master Teacher Jesus once said that in order to get to heaven, you must come through me. This is what he was talking about. You must come through him as that example of peace. As he was blazing the trails, shining the light on the path to align with the heaven that you desire and deserve. Thank you for listening today. Thank you for allowing us to share with you and to step on your journey, to walk with you on your journey, to remind you that you are never alone. If you find solace in this message or inspiration, motivation, or healing, we greatly appreciate you to support. Really appreciate your support. Feel free to support us with a donation. Feel free to support us with a donation. You can go to Giveify to do so and just simply choose One Transformation Center. Or you can do it via Cash App. Also, please take a moment. If you miss any part of this, to revisit from the beginning. And you can go to YouTube to do so. Simply by searching for @One Transformation Center, the _ One Transformation Center. And you'll find the morning manifestation sessions under the live button. Just look for today's date, Juneteenth. This day that we remember in history that reminds us that we are free from slavery. The day that signifies the quote-unquote last day of slavery. Let this be your last day to be enslaved by fear, by vengeance, by dis-ease, by anger, by disappointment. Let love be your guiding light today. And we thank you. We thank you for continuing to invest in your transformation. And we hope that you continue to join us as a part of the 5 a.m. club throughout the weekdays, and at 8 a.m. on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday. Also on YouTube, there is a plethora of other content there that you can check out, catch up on, help you become familiar with who we are and what we're doing, how we can support you. And there's so much more to come. So much more to come. So as we depart today, I want to remind you to have a great day, first and foremost. But also, be the change you desire to see. Be the change you desire to see. Without any further ado, we'd just like to thank you for being who you are and remind you that we love you, that we embrace you, that we honor you, and more importantly, we see you. We see the God in you. So blessings to you all. Go forth and remember to continue to be great. Until next time.